Oh man, I'm hungry. I need like a snack or something. What about a peanut butter and jam sandwich? Did somebody say peanut butter and jam? All right, let's see what we got here. Got my peanut butter. 80 calories. Got my jam. 40 calories. And 8 grams of sugar? There's got to be a better way. Peanut butter and jam sandwich. Can't go wrong with that. Only problem is, peanut butter, way too high in calories. Jam, all full of sugar. Why can't we make things easier? I'm gonna show you today how you can make your own homemade jam. Oh, can't wait to show you this. This is gonna be awesome. It is simple, it's easy, it'll stay in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 weeks, and it's going to taste even better. Dare I say it, even better than the store-bought jam. We're gonna keep the calories down, we're gonna keep the taste up. Let's get to the recipe and get this party started. All right, we're ready to get started. I'm gonna show you a few simple ingredients that you are going to need. First of all, we have the star of the show, strawberries. We do have a mason jar, and I've already filled it with the amount of water that I need, so you're gonna need 110 milliliters of water, okay? I have some vanilla extract, okay? Very simple ingredients. Next up, we have a 1/4 cup of sweetener. Don't use artificial sweetener. It's bad for you. Move over, worrisome Wally. Guys, why are we still living back in the 1970s and believing all of these myths about artificial sweeteners that have been proven false? I use stevia and monk fruit, but you can use whichever one that you prefer. And it's a great alternative to include into your diet to keep your calories down. Because at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. Would you prefer that, or would you rather stick to including regular refined sugar in your diet that has proven negative known health side effects, like obesity, diabetes, inflammation, fatty liver, increasing your chance of coronary heart disease, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't know about you, but that's a long list. I think I'm gonna stick to my artificial sweetener. Can we get back to the recipe now? You can use any 0-calorie artificial sweetener that you want. This is the important part, because when you're adding the regular sugar, it's bringing up the calories, it's making it more unhealthy for you. So here we have 0-calorie sweetener. Next up, we have some gelatin. This is powdered gelatin. So I'm gonna show you how we mix that with some lemon concentrate. That's how we're going to activate the gelatin in a separate bowl. Those are all the things that you're gonna need. I actually have this. It's like a potato masher. Once the strawberries start to boil, I am going to use this just to kind of smoothen out all of the strawberries so it's not as chunky. But again, if you want a little bit more chunky, then don't obviously smash it as much. That's all we're gonna need. So let's get to it. All right, here we go. You're gonna need a pot, and obviously we're going to be cooking the strawberries in there. Next up, what we're gonna do is we are going to add our 110 mils of just regular filtered water. We have just some regular vanilla extract. And we're gonna add that in. There we go. Our artificial sweetener, again, this is a monk fruit stevia blend that I'm using. I have about a 1/4 cup in here. Finally, one last thing that I like to add into my pot before we're gonna put it on the stove is This is actually my favorite one. These are sweet drops. This is the vanilla cream one. It tastes amazing. I put it in my coffee. It's so good. We're just gonna use a little bit of that again to enhance the vanilla that's going to be already in there, and obviously it's going to sweeten it up a little bit more. Again, all 0 calories. What we're gonna do is just gonna stir this all up. All right, pot is going on the stove. We want to set it to about 5, and we are going to cover our strawberries. We're gonna let that cook until it almost looks like it's going to overflow. So pay very close attention to it at this point. I have lost attention at times, and I am guilty. It has overflowed a couple times. My wife's not too happy about the stove being a mess, but we've cleaned it up, it's all good. Okay, so just pay attention to it. You're gonna see it's gonna start to bubble up and almost look like it is going to overflow. All right, you can see right now it's already starting to bubble up, and I don't know if you can see that, but it was literally right at the top. So it can get there really quickly, so you really wanna be careful. So at this point, we wanna turn our stovetop down to low, okay? And I am going to use the masher. Okay, so you still have pieces of the strawberry in there, which gives you like that nice thick consistency. And we're gonna let that sit and simmer for 20 minutes. All right, it's been simmering away for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna let it simmer for another 10 more minutes. But in the meantime, we need to activate and get the gelatin going. So that way that can be ready for once it's done after 10 minutes that we can combine the two. So to activate the gelatin, I'm using a scale just so I can be accurate, but you're gonna need a little bowl, okay, or a larger bowl, doesn't matter. And we are gonna be putting 30 grams or 30 milliliters, same thing, of our lemon concentrate. Next thing that we need, I really like this one. This is Knox gelatin. They basically come in these little envelopes. Okay, I think there's like 2 or 3 in each one. So I am going to sprinkle on top about 3 to 4 grams. So I've added about 4 grams, and we're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna combine the two by breaking up the gelatin and mixing it in with the strawberries. So I have about 1 minute before it's been 20 minutes for the jam that it's been simmering there. We are going to break up the gelatin, and you can kind of see that the consistency of the gelatin and lemon juice mixture is actually going to be the consistency of your jam when you take it out of the fridge tomorrow, not now. Okay, so we're just going to kind of break up the gelatin with a little spoon, and we are going to combine the gelatin with our strawberry jam. And here it is. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's so watery, that is not jam. Trust me, when this gelatin goes inside here and we activate it all together and then we put it in the fridge overnight, it thickens up, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix the gelatin into our strawberry soon-to-be jam. So get your spoon and make sure that all the gelatin breaks up and mixes in and doesn't clump up. Okay, so when you can't see any more gelatin, then you've done a good job of mixing that all up. We're gonna let this rest and cool down for about another 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes. We are going to take our jam and we're gonna jar it, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. So you know what time it is. Activate the slow motion pour. And there we go. We've jarred it. We're gonna put this in the fridge and we are going to let it sit overnight for it to thicken up. So my jam is done. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for about 12 hours, so it'll be ready by tomorrow, and it'll be nice and thick and ready to be put on whatever it is that you wanna put it on. So in case you didn't believe me, here's a blueberry jam that I did the other day. And as I promised you, I don't know if you can see this, it is thick. Okay, it's not coming out. You can see the consistency of it. Exactly like jam. And it tastes amazing. It's low calorie. And the best part is, there's no added sugar to bring up your calories. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I hope you try it. Let me know. I'm gonna show you a lot of other recipes where this jam comes in handy to keep your calories down and to keep the flavor up. Please don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and you can follow me on Instagram at Macro Matterz. My name is Louis, this is Macro Matterz, and don't leave any macro behind.